How we relate to the people in our lives depends on how we classify or perceive them. And I want to focus on that word, perceive. Many times we perceive people, especially the ones we don't know as well, wrongly. This means that the communication that we share with them is doomed to not be everything that it could be. But don't worry, there are 5 barriers you have to avoid, and if you do, it will improve your interpersonal perception skills. What are the barriers, you ask? I'll tell you. Number 1, don't ignore information. Sometimes we tune things out because we feel like we're hearing things that are obvious, or we already know them. But we shouldn't. How many times have you been sitting in a class, struggling to pay attention to a lecture, only to find that when you're reading through an exam, you don't know what the heck the question is even about? Number 2, don't stereotype. We allow our preconceived ideas to heavily influence how we feel about what we are experiencing. This is tough to prevent because these stereotypes are automatic for many of us. But be critical and recognize when you're stereotyping, and don't let yourself get away with it. Number 3, don't be negative. We let negative information overpower the good too often. We need to be glass half full kind of people. If we let our own personal baggage get in the way of who we're listening to, we'll miss out and not show the right kind of respect to the speaker. Number 4, don't blame others by assuming they have control. We are often quick to believe that when something goes wrong, it's because of circumstances that others had something to do with. Things happen. Chill out. Wouldn't you feel bad if the guy you flipped off yesterday for cutting you off in traffic was just distracted because he was trying to get his wife to the hospital because she had gone into labor? Yeah, you know you would. Number 5, we avoid responsibility. No one likes to be wrong, but too often we don't accept the blame in the moment because we're more concerned about saving face. When something goes right, it's because we're awesome. But when something goes wrong, there's nothing we could have done about it. You know it's bullshit, so cut it out. Can't remember these 5 things already? It's okay. Basically, all this means is that as communicators, we have to be patient, open-minded, and honest listeners. And we can do that, right? Avoid these 5 barriers, and you are sure to have more accurate interpersonal perceptions.